Good evening. It's we'll say 5 o'clock. And welcome to the regular meeting of the Tehachapi Unified School District for April 14th, 2026. It seems like it's been more than a month, but it seems like that because it's been more than a month, the way that second Tuesday falls. And let's do roll call. Ms. Barnes?
President Kaminsky?
Here.
Vice President Kelly?
Here.
Clerk Wood? Here. Trustee Cooper?
Here.
Trustee Christensen?
Here.
Trustee Napier absent. Trustee Sweeney absent. Superintendent Bell?
Present.
And I'm Deanna Barnes.
Thank you, Ms. Barnes. It's time for flag salute, moment of silent reflection. Tonight we are led by Vice Principal of Tompkins Elementary, Jennifer Butler.
Hello and good evening. Members of the board, superintendent, staff, and community, thank you for being here and thank you for having me. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, Mrs. Butler. Next item is approval of the agenda. We have to make an adjustment to the agenda. Item 11, closed session number 1, hearing to consider expulsion of a pupil, Education Code sections 48917 and 48918, student case number 2025-2026. Number 2, that has to be rescheduled.
Number 1, right? Number 1, rescheduled.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a motion to approve the board with approve the agenda with that editing?
We'll make a motion that the agenda be approved as changed.
Kelly, a second.
This motion by Trustee Cooper and seconded by Vice President Kelly to approve the agenda with that edit. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 3, recognition of Capturing Kids' Hearts student greeters. Superintendent Bell.
Thank you, President Kaminsky. Appreciate that. Wanted to extend my gratitude for the Capturing Kids' Hearts greeters. I want to thank you all for being here and for Principal Ray for selecting and encouraging these students to participate this particular month. Our overall, if you haven't seen our forms previously, right? So our overall focus for April is to finish strong and give extra effort to make it through to the end. So this month, we are challenging students to work hard and stay determined. TUSD is partnering with parents to acknowledge your child's achievement of goals, whether they be big or small. And by helping your child develop perseverance now, you can prepare them to learn from their future failures and work hard to achieve their future successes. And so I wanted to thank the greeters for this evening and, of course, our April focus on finish strong for the school year. We're going to invite the greeters up front here, and we're going to take a photo. So,
can I make one comment before we go? Yeah. It was so fun and exciting to hear those high-pitched young voices at that Pledge of Allegiance. That was just phenomenal. Thank you for that.
Amen.
really sharply pressed. I know. Good job. I kind of.
Good job.
I'm gonna stand by the. I might put it everywhere. So we got.
Moving on to item 4, general function. Number 1, superintendent update. Superintendent Bell.
Thank you, President Kaminsky. All right. Looking at April, wanted to go through, once again, thanks to greeters for being here. Thank Principal Ray for selecting those individuals. Decided to make a little bit of a change here on our overall current enrollment and decided on that last column to look at our data as it relates to board meeting versus board meeting. So we still have end of the year 24-25. We have week 31 of 24-25 and week 31 of 25-26. And in parentheses on the right-hand side, those are the influx of students from board meeting to board meeting. So from last board meeting to this board meeting. Again, continue to monitor enrollment as we see enrollment. We are still seeing students leave our district, communicating with Christy over at THS with that large exit of 21, but the increase at Monroe at 3, so kind of a net of 18, if you will. And we do have a large group of individuals through her investigation that we have individuals that have left the school district without a final destination, meaning they potentially could be going out of state. So we do have a large group of that as well. So our overall numbers, we are down 25 students, board meeting to board meeting, down to 4,015. So again, as I said last board meeting, Ms. Paxton and I will continue to look at exit interviews for families and keep track of what's happening at our school sites. Our overall cumulative attendance, the green line depicts this school year. We are still higher than the previous 2 school years. Overall goal, and the county's running roughly around 95%. We're at 92.74 for the month of April. And again, it's registering at 93 overall, but just the overall progression from August until April, you see that there. On our current attendance, the center orange square is our last 30 days. And you'll notice our last 30 days has been pretty flat at 92.23. We did have spring break week, which did affect a little bit of attendance for additional absences of students. And then the far right, which is cumulative attendance for the entire school year. that number, 92.74, is down by 0.09% from the last board meeting. So as we get further into the school year, you'll begin to see less and less change of that particular number just for pure volume of number. And along the same lines, our chronic number. So if you think back to the weekly report that I just presented to the board on Saturday morning that I sent over to you, you notice that our chronic absenteeism was posted at around 25%. It was a little over 25%. And those numbers were from Friday. These numbers are from Monday, and our chronically absent students are down at 23%. So kind of shows the fluidity of students being labeled as chronically absent or not labeled as chronically absent. And my goal is to get that chronically absent number as close to 20% as possible by the end of the school year, so that we can then set a great target for next school year. And then as a reminder for all, last school year, the district ended at 30% of students were chronically absent. So we are significantly doing better there. Our district attendance challenge is still up and running. And we had, again, I do believe the spring break affected our attendance as we had some additional absences for family members. Those that are highlighted in yellow will be the classrooms that will receive the lunch for students and staff, and those in blue will receive a small treat for their students in their classroom. And then our overall winner is Cummings Valley again for this particular month at 94.96 is their overall number for the month of March. So congratulations to Cummings Valley and all hard work that they've done there. Our bulletin boards back here, if you haven't had a chance to see them yet, this month's bulletin boards are a vibrant reflection of the commitment to every student at Cummings Valley. This month, they are proudly showcasing their most wanted Cougars, celebrating the unique character, grit, and heart that make their students truly the best in the West. The Cummings Valley staff are intentionally cultivating a school culture, where every child feels seen, valued, and included. This is further reflected in the dedicated families and the continued support from the community. While they have had an incredible time with the Best of the West theme for this school year and their Spirit of the Year, they are thrilled to look forward into the next year's journey and getting ready to shift gears for 26-27. Cummings Valley is heading full steam ahead, and next year's theme is going to be All Aboard CVS Express. So I thought that was great. Appreciate the input from Principal Markison on that as well. And if you haven't seen the bulletin boards before you leave, please get a chance to take a look at those. All right, great time of year here for certificated and classified staff members of the year. Mrs. Paxton and I had the opportunity to go out and greet all of these individuals. I want to congratulate all of them for being voted by their peers as certificated or classified staff members of the year. I do see a few of them in the room here. So to go down the list, if we can just recognize all of them and get if they're here, we would greatly get a photo with them. I think that would be great. But we are going to recognize them on May the 20th over at P-Dubs, and so we do have that date down. So our certificated staff of the year for Cummings is Carrie Perkins, and the classified staff of the year is Jennifer Huff. For Golden Hills, the certificated staff of the year is Heather Gibson, and classified is Janet Liebengood. For Tompkins, we've got certificated staff of the year, Elizabeth Colby, and classified staff of the year is Heather Perkins. For Jacobson Middle School, we have Marion Swenson as certificated staff of the year, and classified staff of the year is Colleen Cirillo. Tehachapi High School, we had certificated staff of the year, Ned Mano, and classified staff of the year as Ruth Pena. At Tila, certificated staff of the year is Bonnie Crum, And classified staff of the year is Danny Rodriguez. And then our district winners were certificated staff of the year, Mr. Ned Mena. And classified of the year with Heather Perkins from Tompkins. If you are present and would like to take a photo, I welcome all of you to come up to take a photo. Otherwise, we're going to catch that on the 20th. Good. Absolutely. Come on, y'all. We'll take a photo real quick.
I'm the oldest of them. Yes.
1, 2, 3. Right. Thank you.
Before we continue, Superintendent, I want to, for the record, at 5:13, after racing up Highway 58 from work,
Yes.
Trustee Sweeney is here. And I want to make a comment on the attendance. My good friend Norm Friedrich had 100%. Has
Yes.
anybody done that?
I don't think we've had 100%. Have we?
Okay, yeah.
Into it.
Okay, anyway, I
Yes.
just
Yeah,
want to
definitely.
acknowledge Mr.
We
Friedrich.
recognize that absolutely.
That's a rarity.
A rarity, yeah. So we had a great time out at the school sites providing recognition to our certificate and classified staff members of the year. Got some great photos for all of them. Look forward to recognizing them at P-Dubs on May the 20th as well. So we'll get those invites out to everybody. Upcoming dates and events. Man, I'm not sure why that kind of goes off there, but we've got this Thursday, Tila Open House. Friday, April the 24th, we've got that snow day. We've got THS Nights of the Arts on 4/29. We've got the math night at Golden Hills on 4/30. Teacher Appreciation Week, which will be noted on 5/4 through 5/8. THS Prom 5/9. Our next regular board meeting on May the 12th. May 13th will be California Day of the Teacher. Tila Spring Musical will be on 5/14, and then Classified School Employees Week will be recognized on 5/18 through 5/22. So working on some details there as well. So. And that's all I have for you, President Kaminsky, Board, Trustees.
Thank you. TAT update. Ms. Bowman?
Good evening, President Kaminsky, members of the school board, Superintendent Bell, and members of the public. My name is Val Bowman, and I am the president of the Tehachapi Association of Teachers. As I begin today, TAT would like to thank the board for stating in the last meeting that the state dashboard would not be held to be more important than the safety of students and staff. Since the announcement, there's been positive change with communication between district personnel, site personnel, and TAT leadership as this endeavor begins. We've seen improvement. So I live for the day when I come up here and I just get to say good things. But today is not that day. All right. According to the Consumer Price Index, inflation rose 3.3% in March. According to AAA, gas prices have risen $1.10 in a month, and diesel sits at about $7.50 a gallon, with fuel prices expected to increase by another $3 to $5 per gallon by the end of the year. These increases will affect all consumer spending. Yesterday, I informed TAT membership and all those protected by the contract that our health benefits will increase by approximately 12% for the 26-27 school year, which is an across-the-board increase for CISC serving KCSOS schools. Leadership, TAT leadership knew an increase was coming, and members were given notice last fall that this increase was much more than the estimate. The estimate was about 8%. I began talking with Carrie Austin, who works with CISC and in the business department here, very early on in anticipation of these increases. And I am thankful and I am grateful she was and continues to be willing to work with me on a plan to let all those protected by our contract know their health benefit options. So beginning April 23rd and continuing week by week until each site has been visited, Mrs. Austin and I will meet with all those who wish to have information. Now, historically, during Democratic presidential administrations, public education is a priority. Funding favors the overall educational experience from students to staff and everything in between. When a Republican administration comes into play, they reprioritize funding and education is sidelined. We saw that with No Child Left Behind. Currently, we're seeing a change to funding due to massive changes with the federal Department of Education. And while the overall impact is yet to be fully realized, the immediate result is financial caution, and insecurity for school districts. This negatively impacts employees and stakeholders and creates a cascade of financial insecurities. These concerns feed directly into negotiations, which will resume on April 16th, and there is currently one sticking point, and it's salary. 5 years ago, TUSD pay was almost the lowest in the entire area. It was very close to the bottom, and over the last 5 years, pay has increased by 22%. Finally, those at the top have hit the $100,000 mark, a little bit over. And those newer teachers make over $50,000 yearly. And it seemed like we were within reach of a golden ring, and we could see others in the distance. Many of our members and those protected by the contract already work more than their main teaching job. Some work supplemental jobs within the district or attend paid trainings for extra cash. Others work outside jobs as Uber and Lyft drivers. Some run DoorDash. I didn't know how to say that exactly, like DoorDash food stuff. Work as bartenders, are employed by corporations, work for online schools, and do other jobs just to make ends meet or pay for fuel to get to work. Some do it to build their SSI benefits. Some just strive to save some money. Their primary paychecks are just not enough, no matter their budgeting. So now we go back to the table, and it would be great if TAT could say, hey, we need 15%. And the district says, yes, we have that. Let's give it to you. All the employee woes and concerns would be eliminated, and life would be better. But I know that I'm speaking about fantasy. We know that that kind of money doesn't exist, and we know that TAT has an obligation not to bankrupt the district, but the employees cannot be bankrupted either. We know the district cannot give more than the financial records allow, but whatever the increase, it must be more than a pittance. Being a teacher can wear a person to the bone. When passion turns to exhaustion, burnout occurs and people leave. A decent raise to help offset ever-increasing costs would go a long way to keep employees. It is TAT's hope the board authorizes the TUSD bargaining team to offer more than a pittance for financial compensation. Finally, number 6 on the consent agenda is about renewing dual enrollment with Saracoso. California law limits which community college courses dual enrollment students can take, with the biggest concern for TAT members being duplicate coursework. The community college cannot grant credit for a course that substantially duplicates instruction already available at the student's high school. In recent months, the high school representatives have brought forth concerns at the TAT rep meetings regarding students in these classes, the classes themselves, and the manner in which students are allowed to go into dual enrollment classes. It looks like teacher shopping instead of taking the classes that are already offered on campus. As a result, THS ADA is greatly affected. But the solution can be addressed and mitigated via policies to attend Saracosa courses during the day. Outside of the TAT meetings, there's been a lack of administrative support regarding academic dishonesty and parent complaints. Dual enrollment teachers seem to sit in this gray area, where TUSD says it's a Saracosa problem, and Saracosa says those are high school students. The 25-26 MOU gives basic instructions, but when more complex issues arise, the MOU is forgotten or not properly detailed, and the teachers left to fend for themselves. And we had this happen recently. Many students are graduating early, and this raises financial concerns, especially if those courses are available on the THS campus. An example would be government economics. Those courses are offered on the high school campus, but students are taking them off-site and either jumping into the next level course or maybe not being prepared for future events. Other courses are affected as well. Chemistry, foreign language like Spanish, because the high school offers Spanish, English, math, the list goes on. This may not fulfill the required minutes to match the day and may affect TUSD's financial bottom line. TAT has spoken with Mr. Bell about this matter, and we're waiting a response to these concerns, but we thought that it would be important that the board understand that there is a concern. And then finally, Dr. Perales, this is for you. So I'm going to look at you when I say this and make you feel really uncomfortable. TAT has really enjoyed working with you as a SPED director. Not only do you know what you're doing, which we so greatly appreciate, you have supported the SPED staff, and you've created a plan that can be implemented should it take time to find another director. And you are a kind soul. We'll be sad to see you go. We wish you the very best in your new position, but we really hope that it starts after this school year ends. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Bowman. CSEA update. Is anyone here from CSEA? Moving on to board communications. Any trustee wish to communicate?
I have a few. I've been out and around.
Clerk Wood.
I want to give a shout out to Mrs. Mackey, the Unified Special Olympics that they held at Tompkins was amazing. The key word there is the unified, because everybody that was there just got something different out of it. It was just magic. You need to go. It's really, they work really hard at it, and every year it's different, a little better, but I had a great time. Oh, and the medals they gave out. Is that the first time that they gave out medals?
Yes.
And that was really, I mean, they were all, lined up there to get their medals, and that was nice. Then I went to the band concert benefit where they were trying to raise money to get more uniforms for the band, and the Kiwanis were there, and they did all of the baskets and the auctions. They ran it all. There was 3 moms that I don't know their names, but they were great moms because they did all the food, and they earned over $5,000, and the cafeteria was full. It was really a fun evening. Then let's see, where else did I go? The CTE meeting at the high school. Christy and Julie, they just rock. They get so many grants. I can't even, the CTEG, the Perkins Agricultural, and it's all a whole bunch of money to run their programs and take these kids on amazing field trips. I mean, the kids love these classes. I mean, that's why some of them go to school, I think. A robot came that was shooting ping pong balls. That was pretty exciting. It was exciting. And then some boys that were building an airplane. They were pretty proud of that. So, I mean, it would be nice if they could come here too. And, I don't know. You learn a lot going to, I guess I'm on the committee. Am I on the committee? I am. You learn a lot there, and they're doing some just, like I say, I've just seen this program grow under Julie. She just used to be a teacher and part-time, but now being a coordinator and with Mrs. Lipatique, they've just gone crazy with all of everything there. So, and one other thing, really try and go to Bonnie's open house, because every year it's amazing. I go every year and it's a different theme, and it's really a lot of fun. So try to go. It's fun. I think I've seen you there, maybe. I know I've seen Tracy there.
I groaned when I saw Dr. Porter's email inviting me, and I got another invitation from a parent, and my wife's got a medical appointment down in Pomona that day. So anyway, I sent my regards and regrets.
I think that's all I've done, but it's amazing. So thank you, everybody.
Anyone else? A couple of board meetings ago, I made a presentation on the concentration grant, and I'm trying to use polite words here, how it shorts our budget, where maybe, Ms. Bowman, that 15% would be a possibility if it was suddenly the grant was given to us. I haven't done the numbers, don't quote me on that. Anyway, so those figures were from March 31st, 2025. So as soon as March 31st, 2026 came around, I checked the numbers, and as before, Muir Rock and Tehachapi received no concentration grant money. And the other school districts were down a little bit, up a little bit, except for Sierra Sands, which they had the lowest grant that I reported out was a little over 100,000. Now it's almost doubled. So I mentioned that we'd be sending a letter to our state representatives, Senator Shannon Grove and Assemblyman Ellis. And I'd like to read a letter from Senator Grove. Dear trustees of the Tehachapi Unified School District, thank you for your correspondence regarding your concerns with the state of California's local control funding formula and the impact it has on the Tehachapi Unified School District. I appreciate hearing from you and bringing this issue to my attention. Please know that my Sacramento office is aware of the concerns you raised and will continue to monitor the situation. Please do not hesitate to contact me. It is an honor to represent the 12th Senate District. Sincerely, Shannon Grove. So I'm just glad we were, it wasn't forgotten or shoved in the circular file. And our main, we really, Senator Grove, I've met her through Rotary, very nice lady. She works for her constituents. I don't know Assemblyman Ellis, but neither one of them is running for election, re-election in November. So I will be contacting the California School Boards Association to see if they can give any help. I also had an idea about contacting the county office and their, can't remember the gentleman's name. He's their lobbyist in Sacramento.
Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos. To get some movement. Senator Grove would do something, but again, she's turned out. And I would hope that the board wants to, after the elections, whoever's on the board wants to contact the new state senator and the new state assemblyman. And I made a visit, and I'll mention this at the senior awards night, that Vice President Kelly and Mayor Logan Cord have motivated me this year to start a scholarship for those students interested in going into teaching. It's a modest $500, but I stopped by THS and talked to Ms. Westerby and gave her my check. And I'm excited to give that Kaminsky Family Scholarship out to a student. And she makes everything so easy because, as any of my secretaries in the past will tell you, I hate paperwork. And she just makes it so easy. And that's all. Public comments. Roger Oxford. Roger, Vice President Kelly reminded me I have to go through my spiel. Let's see. Members of the public shall have an opportunity. The district welcomes comments from the public at appropriate times during the meeting. The public may address the board concerning items on the agenda as those items are taken up prior to board discussion and deliberation. The public may also address the board on items not on the agenda but within the jurisdiction of the board at the time designated. The board requests each speaker must fill out a speaker form at the beginning of the meeting stating the speaker's name, the subject to be addressed, and provide the form to the secretary of the board. Please wait to be recognized by the board president. Comments should be addressed to the board as a whole and not to individual members or district employees or to anyone in the audience. Unless otherwise determined by the board, individual speakers will be allowed 3 minutes to address the board on each agenda or non-agenda item, and the board will limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. Board Bylaw 9323. The board understands that the First Amendment provides strong protection for speech. However, the board expects that all speech and expression will comport with norms of civil behavior on district grounds, in district facilities, during district activities or events, and in the use of district electronic/digital systems and platforms. Civil behavior is polite, courteous, and reasonable behavior, which is respectful to others and includes integrity, honesty, acceptance, timeliness, dependability, observance of laws and rules, and effective communication. From Board Bylaw 1313. Mr. Oxford, your turn.
Thank you. Good evening, Superintendent Bell, members of the board. My name is Roger Oxford. I'm a teacher at Tehachapi High School, and I've got to make this disclaimer. I'm speaking on my own behalf and not part of another group. With that being said, I believe there's some consent agenda items that have been added to that list that bear further review. The first one is the MOU between TUSD and the Kern Community College District. The agreement continues to read the dual enrollment program with almost no evaluation of the existing MOU. Currently, there's a lack of clarity regarding teacher representation in disputes, inconsistent policies on plagiarism and grade reviews. Furthermore, instructors have reported a lack of support and we often unaware of the required curriculum. We cannot implement these courses with fidelity if the basic requirements remain unclear. To ensure these programs offer the academic rigor our students deserve, this item must be removed from the consent agenda for a thorough review. Second is the contract renewal for Edmentum. Like the ineffective iReady program previously approved as a consent agenda item, these costly ed tech platforms lack evidence of positive student outcomes. Research by Dr. Horvath, a neurologist and former teacher, has suggested that any gains from such tech are marginal at best and often lower cognitive abilities and critical thinking skills of students. Given the high cost and the rising tide of ed tech related lawsuits nationwide, it is irresponsible to approve an extension without a public discussion. I urge the board to remove both of these items from the consent agenda and give them the dedicated consideration that they and our students deserve. Thank you.
Mr. Oxford, what was the second one? Okay, thank you. Edmund Mano.
Good evening. My name is Ned Mano, and I'm an employee of TUSD and a parent of 2 TUSD students. I'm talking tonight in a dualistic manner of a parent and as an employee. As a parent, I'm happy that TUSD and THS offer my children the opportunity to take college classes or CC classes. I think it's good for my children to have options for them to push themselves and to earn a little college credit along the way with the GPA bump. I know both of my kids will take advantage of this opportunity and use it in an appropriate manner to further their education and achieve their personal goals like many other TUSD students have. As a teacher at THS, I'm worried that too many students are using the CC pathway to avoid classes they do not want to take at THS. This could be for several reasons. They don't like the teacher, the subject doesn't interest them, or they've been told the class is not worth their time or is not beneficial to them. When this road is taken, CC class is no longer helpful to the student. They become a click and done class, a missed opportunity for them to grow both intellectually and emotionally. When students take classes to avoid classes, the CC pathway becomes something else. It becomes antithetical to what education is all about and its original intended purpose. When students do not attend THS classes, this also becomes a union issue. Over the course of the last few years, I've noticed a significant decrease in the number of THS students who have taken my advanced class and others at THS. Many seniors now only have 1 or 2 academic classes at THS. This means they are on campus for only 3 periods a day. This lack of attendance has a ripple effect on the whole community that is THS. Seniors are the top of the pyramid. They cultivate and model what it means to be a more mature student in THS Warrior. When you have a mass exodus of these seniors, the culture suffers, the culture dies. The school becomes a process and not experience. And here we are. TUSD is at a crossroads with our relationship with Cerro Coso Community College. You will vote tonight to approve our continuing relationship with the school system that, when used correctly, can greatly impact students, when not, provides them with less than. I only ask that the board, the superintendent, and TAT work together to create a thought-out, guided, structured system for students to use the CC pathway in a method that benefits the students, the staff, and the whole TUSD Tehachapi community. Together we can make this work, we can make good decisions, but I fear if we keep on the same path, I'll be back addressing the real possibility of why I no longer have the student numbers I need to maintain my full-time status as an employee of TUSD. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Reno. Sarah Carey.
Good evening, members of the board, Superintendent Brian Bell. I am here tonight as a parent of a student at Jacobson Middle School. I want to speak about something that directly impacts student success, family trust, and ultimately the future of the district: communication. I am deeply concerned about the level of communication coming from the middle school administration. Not just inconsistent, but the insufficient, to the point that it interferes with the educational process. At a time when schools are working to rebuild trust and engagement, that kind of silence sends a very clear message to parents, and it's not a good one. On a more personal level, on March 19th, the vice principal told me that I would receive a follow-up communication from the principal regarding an incident involving my son being instructed to practice his instrument in a storage closet. The school site has already been instructed on several times to stop this unsafe practice. As of today, I've received nothing. No update, no resolution, no acknowledgement. When communication breaks down like this, it leaves families feeling ignored and students feeling unprotected. This is very concerning, given the reputation of the school. Whether it's fair or not, these perceptions exist, and they are reinforced when basic expectations like communication are not met. I want to be very clear. This is not just about one missed email or one delayed response. This is about a pattern that undermines trust. And without trust, we will not see improvement in attendance. Without trust, families will disengage. Without trust, your efforts to stabilize the district academically and financially will continue to fall short. Parents need to believe that when something happens at school, it will be handled appropriately and be communicated clearly. Right now, that belief has been shaken. I am asking this board to take this issue seriously, not as a complaint, but as a warning sign. Communication is not an extra task. It is a foundational responsibility of school leadership. What systems are in place to ensure consistent communication from school site administrators? What accountability measures exist when those expectations are not met, and how will you ensure that families are not left in the dark moving forward? Our students deserve better, our families deserve better, and this district's future depends on getting this right. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kay. Catherine Mackey.
Good evening, Superintendent, board members, and members of the audience. Since I can't address anybody specifically, I'll address the board and tell the board how much we have enjoyed having Dr. Perales in our SPED department and having our backs. So we're going to miss her. I wanted to come before the board tonight and thank you, the board members who have supported Unified Championship Schools. Thank our superintendent and our principals and site leadership that also support that Unified Championship Schools at THS and at Tompkins. And that field day that you saw at Tompkins was a lot of planning on Claire Ray's part. So we were happy to help out my Unified athletes and partners at THS. We're happy to come over and lead games and run those games and just help out with them. And I think everybody did have a great time. This Special Olympics Unified Championship Schools creates socially inclusive school climates by uniting students with and without intellectual disabilities through three main components: unified sports, inclusive youth leadership, and whole school engagement. So what you saw at the field day was the whole school engagement. What we have at THS with our basketball games and with our sports today, we played kickball because they wanted to play kickball as one of their sports, and it was a great time. I don't think I've seen kickball played. I didn't play, but I don't think I've seen it played for a long time. Inclusive youth leadership that's something that my Unified Championship School club is going to be doing yet again. We have had many things this year. We had our Friendsgiving, where we invited some of our East Kern schools up to come and play games and kind of see what Unified Championship Schools is all about. We had our basketball game, our annual basketball game, and we're not done yet. Mark your calendars for May 19th. Over at the football field, Coy Burnett football field, we'll be having a spring fling. We're going to be inviting again Arvin. I just got in touch with Mojave. I think they'll be coming, Mojave and Cal City, and also Rosamond. So we have those ones that are coming up currently. We'll be having a fun games and food activity with them, just basically spreading the word of Unified Championship Schools within East Kern County. Of that inclusive student leadership, I have two students, one with and without disabilities, that are going to be, they're in the running to be nominated to be part of the Unified Generation Council, which means they'll be going and meeting with other Unified Generation Council representatives from other high school districts. This will probably be down in LA because we're the farthest away, but getting more leadership skills and building more of those leadership skills, which they've come a long way on. So I wanted to just basically come and say thank you. And thank you for your support. Thank you for the support. Claire Ray, thank you for your support there at Tompkins, along with Paul Tondro running that program there. It is a great program. It's we're seeing a lot of good things come from that program, and just say thank you.
Thank
Do
you.
do you have a time on the 19th?
Yes. Yes. 10 to 12:30 is when it's going to be officially starting. Of course, we'll be there a little early to set up, but we'll be having cornhole. We'll be doing some adaptive games there. Yeah. So
That's on April 19th or May 19th?
May 19th. May 19th.
Thank you.
Tuesday.
I cut off the clap, so there.
Jennifer Webb.
Good evening, Board President Kaminsky, members of the board, and Superintendent Bell. I'm Jennifer Webb, Secretary at Jacobson Middle School. I have significant concerns about what next year will look like for our JMS staff and students. Mr. Kaminsky, when you were the principal at JMS, you hired me as the attendance clerk. During your time at JMS, you had advocated for the addition of a learning director because you recognized the need for additional administrative support for PBIS, for teachers, and for student discipline. That decision reflected a clear understanding of what our campus needed to function effectively. That position was recently cut due to budget constraints. Having been in the JMS office for 10 years and also having direct knowledge as to what comes into the office for admin to address, I have a unique insight as to what are feasible and reasonable expectations to have for our small admin team. At the time I was Vice Principal Secretary, we developed a referral process that would track the issues that came in, and I facilitated which administrator was appropriate to address the issue. When the demand for administrative support was too high, which happened often, I would have to involve the learning director or counselor to discuss the matter with students being referred. While I'm happy that the new Tehachapi High School vice principal job posting may be adding a fourth administration position at THS for the 26-27 school year, I'm asking that you also take a closer look at what is happening at JMS. We are going down to 2 administrators, so we are losing administrative support, not gaining it. The duties of our removed position are now being divided, leaving us with 1 full administrator and the other administrator expected to take on the learning director duties. At the same time, our needs have only increased. We continue to see rising discipline issues, and the demand has been so great that our counselors have had to step in to assist sometimes. This puts our counselors in a position of having to administer discipline when they should be the people students come to for counseling. JMS has only 1 fewer grade level than THS, so that means we serve roughly 3/4 of their student population, and we do so with significantly less administrative support staff. THS has 3 administrators, 3 admin secretaries, 1 counseling secretary, 3 counselors, 1 financial secretary, 1 career advisor, an athletics secretary, and an attendance clerk. That makes a total of 14 staff members that are handling the student needs. Currently, THS has 1,142 enrolled with 89 TILA students, which actually takes their population down to 1,053 students. Our site has consistently operated below the level of support we actually need. For years, our student population has warranted 2 vice principals, and we have not had that. Our learning director has been kept for next year, so I won't include that in my numbers. JMS has 864 students with 2 admin, 2 counselors, 3 secretaries, and an attendance clerk, which is only 8 administrative office staff members. So that means JMS has only 28% less of a student population than THS, but we are working with 42% less staff. Those numbers are not sustainable.
Ms. Webb, your time's up. You can closing remarks.
Yes, it is. If THS has 3 administrators and in the future possibly 4, then JMS should have its principal and 2 full-time vice principals, especially given our comparable size and increasing needs. Our students, staff, and community deserve that level of support.
Thank you, Ms. Webb. Next item is number 6, consent agenda. In order to promote efficient meetings, the board may bundle a number of items and act upon them together by a single vote through the use of a consent agenda. Consent items shall be items of a routine nature and items for which board discussion is not anticipated and for which the superintendent recommends approval. When any board member requests removal of an item from the consent agenda, the item shall be removed and given individual consideration for action as a regular agenda item. I'll start off. I like to pull number 6, as commented on earlier by the public. Approval of the renewal of the agreement between Kern Community College District, College and Career Access Pathways, and Tehachapi Unified School District for dual enrollment at Tehachapi High School. The concerns brought forward by the public comments were indeed important to bring up, concerning. And I not only want to pull it for tonight's meeting, but, and Mr. Bell, I need your input and any trustee as well. I believe this needs to be a regular item on the May board meeting agenda. And the concerns brought up addressed. If possible, you may have to meet with Saracoso. I would assume that. And then number 5, I'd like to pull that for consideration tonight. If you could give us information, if you're not prepared to do that, I'd understand, and we could put that on the May on May as well. Any comments from the trustees?
Just to say I agree with you, and I would also like to see a review of the classes that are acceptable that are being replaced and see the rigor to which the courses that are being allowed or are being dismissed at the high school level are how they're related. Make sure that they are more rigorous courses, that they are giving them something that is not there at the high school level.
Thank you, Trustee Cooper. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda with the removal of items 5 and 6 for placement on the regular agenda in May?
I'll make the motion.
Kelly, a second.
It was motioned by Clerk Wood and seconded by Vice President Kelly to approve the consent agenda minus items 5 and 6 for future consideration. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Item 7, discussion information items. Information item Williams Complaint Quarterly Report. Mrs. Paxton.
No complaints to report at this time.
That's what we like to hear. Thank you. New business. That's Roman numeral 8. Number 1, first read of coursework, financial literacy. Any questions or comments from the board? Going on to number 2, first read of coursework, ethnic studies. Any questions or comments from a trustee? I know this has been in our board news that we get daily about the state approving it without really giving consideration to the school's staffing and scheduling. Item 3. Sorry, my computer's really slow.
Yeah, I just crashed.
Approval of board policies, and there's a number of them. Any questions or comments from the trustees? From the public? I know we have our cell phone policy on there. With that, do I have a motion to approve the board policies that are presented to us tonight?
I'll motion.
Kelly, a second.
Trustee Sweeney makes the motion, and Vice President Kelly seconds the motion to approve the attached revisions to board policies submitted by district administration. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Oops. Item 4, approval of resolution number 01 APR26, Classified School Employee Appreciation Week, Monday, May 18th through Friday, May 22nd, 2026. Whereas the week of May 18th to May 22nd, 2026 has been recognized by the California Department of Education as Classified School Employees Week per California Education Code 45460. And whereas special recognition will be given to all classified employees, therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of the Tehachapi Unified School District recognizes and wishes to honor the contributions of our classified employees by designating the week of Monday, May 18th, Friday, May 22nd, 2026 as a special week to recognize the service of classified employees. Do I have a motion to approve this resolution?
Kelly, I make the motion.
I'll second.
It was motioned by Vice President Kelly and seconded by Trustee Sweeney. The board approved resolution number 01 APR26, Classified Employee Appreciation Week. And this is a roll call vote. Ms. Barnes?
President Kaminsky.
Aye.
Vice President Kelly.
Aye.
Clerk Wood.
Aye.
Trustee Cooper.
Aye.
Trustee Christensen.
Aye.
Trustee Napier absent. Trustee Sweeney. Aye. Thank you.
Motion carries 6-0. Item 5, approval of resolution number 02 APR26, California Day of the Teacher, May 13th, 2026, and including Teacher Appreciation Week, Monday, May 4th through Friday, May 8th, 2026. Whereas the day of May 13th has been recognized by the California Department of Education as California Day of the Teacher per California Education Code 37222, and whereas special recognition will be given to all teachers, therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of the Tehachapi Unified School District recognizes and wishes to honor the contributions of our teachers by designating May 13th, 2026 as the Day of the Teacher and the week of Monday, May 4th through Friday, May 8th, 2026 as Teacher Appreciation Week. Do I have a motion from the board to approve this resolution?
I'll move. Second.
Did you say, did you? Oh, okay. I thought I heard a murmur from the far end of the dais. It was motioned by Trustee Christensen and seconded by Trustee Cooper. The board approved resolution number 02 APR26, California Day of the Teacher, May 13th, 2026, including Teacher Appreciation Week, Monday, May 4th through Friday, May 8th, 2026. Roll call vote. And Ms. Barnes?
President Kaminsky.
Aye.
Vice President Kelly.
Aye.
Clerk Wood.
Aye.
Trustee Cooper.
Aye.
Trustee Christensen.
Aye.
Trustee Napier absent. Trustee Sweeney. Aye. Thank you.
Motion carried 6-0. Item 6, approval of resolution number 03 APR26, empowerment of local tax revenues to anticipate pending claims and/or litigation. And this is just an annual, I'm not going to go through it's a much longer resolution, but this is an annual thing that the board needs to approve to get our impound of local tax revenues. Is there a motion to approve resolution number 03 APR?
Kelly, make the motion.
Second.
Is motion by Vice President Kelly, seconded by Trustee Cooper. The board approve resolution number 03 APR 26, impoundment of local tax revenues to anticipate pending claims and or litigation as presented. Another roll call vote. Ms. Barnes.
President Kaminsky.
Aye.
Vice President Kelly.
Aye.
Clerk Wood.
Aye.
Trustee Cooper.
Aye.
Trustee Christensen.
Aye.
Trustee Napier absent. Trustee Sweeney.
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries 6-0. Number 7, ratification of award of contract for project number 0233-26C.1, structured cabling project E-rate. Any questions or comments from the board? Superintendent Bell, did you want to add anything to this?
This was the item that I had sent over for you all with respect to E-rate. So the E-rate funds are able to take care of the majority of this. This is also the catch-up, matching the CV cabling project that took place. So this will be done at Golden Hills and Tompkins this summer.
Right. Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve the ratification of award of contract for project number 0233-26C.1, structured cabling project E-rate?
Kelly, make the motion.
I'll second.
It was motioned by Vice President Kelly, seconded by Trustee Sweeney, that the board approve. Wait, I just lost my. To approve the contract for project number 0233-26C.1, structured cabling project E-rate. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Item 8, ratification of contract award for project number 2405, new scoreboards at Jacobson Middle School to Square Signs LLC. Now, this project is technically at Jacobson, but it's for the baseball fields, aging equipment to be replaced at the and install scoreboard at the softball field.
And this project's been ongoing prior to my arrival July 1st. So we're finally landing in a spot to get this approved.
Any questions or comments from the board? Do I have a motion to ratify the contract award for project number 2405, new scoreboards at Jacobson Middle School to Square Signs LLC as presented?
Kelly, make the motion.
Second.
It was motioned by Vice President Kelly, seconded by Trustee Christensen, that the board do ratify the contract award for project number 2405, new scoreboards at Jacobson Middle School to Square Signs LLC. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Number 9, approval of the agreement between Professional Tutors of America, Incorporated, PTA, and Tehachapi Unified School District, SPED AC. Purpose of this agreement is to provide services as part of an independent educational evaluation to a particular student. Is there any questions or comments from the board? Do I have a motion to approve the agreement between Professional Tutors of America, Incorporated, PTA, and Tehachapi Unified School District, -SPED AC?
Kelly, make the motion.
I'll second.
It was motioned by Vice President Kelly, seconded by Trustee Cooper, that the board approve the agreement between the Professional Tutors of America, Incorporated, and the Tehachapi Unified School District. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Item 10, approval of declaring certain district property as surplus obsolete, Cummings Valley Elementary, Tehachapi High School, and the district office. Any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, do I have a motion that the board approve of declaring certain district property as surplus obsolete as presented?
Kelly, make the motion.
I'll second.
It was motioned by Vice President Kelly, seconded by Trustee Sweeney. The board approve of declaring certain district property as surplus obsolete at Cummings Valley Elementary in the district office and Tehachapi High School. All in favor? Oh, I'm sorry. It's a roll call vote. Ms. Barnes.
President Kaminsky.
Aye.
Vice President Kelly.
Aye.
Clerk Wood.
Aye.
Trustee Cooper.
Aye.
Trustee Christensen.
Aye.
Trustee Napier absent. Trustee Sweeney. Aye. Thank you.
Item carries 6-0. Item 11, approval of adoption of agri-science textbook. Teaching staff at Tehachapi High School has reviewed and recommended the following textbook for adoption. Agriculture, Food and Natural Resources by Jasper S. Lee, pursuant to board Board Policy 6161.1. All recommended instructional materials shall be available for public inspection. They were made available and on February 10th of this year. Is there a motion to approve the adoption of agri-science textbook?
Kelly, make the motion.
I'll second.
It was motioned by Vice President Kelly, seconded by Trustee Sweeney. The board approve adoption of agri-science textbook. Adoption of agri-science textbook. Roll call vote, Ms. Barnes.
President Kaminsky.
Aye.
Vice President Kelly.
Aye.
Clerk Wood.
Aye.
Trustee Cooper.
Aye.
Trustee Christensen.
Aye.
Trustee Napier absent. Trustee Sweeney. Aye. Thank you.
Motion carries 6-0. Item 12, approval of moderate/severe special education curriculum for 30-day public review. This adoption is called Teach Town Launch for Pre-K, Teach Town Encore K-12, and Teach Town Transition to Adulthood. Any questions or comments from the board? And we are voting on for it to get a 30-day public review. Do I have a motion to approve the moderate severe special education curriculum for 30-day public review?
I'll make the motion.
It was motioned by Clerk Wood, seconded by Trustee Sweeney, that the board approve the moderate severe and special education curriculum for 30-day public review. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Item 13, approval of revised job description for school social worker. Any questions or comments from the board? Do I have a motion to approve the revised job description for school social worker?
Kelly, make the motion.
Second.
As motioned by Vice President Kelly, seconded by Trustee Cooper, that the board approve the revised job description for school social worker. Roll call vote, Ms. Barnes.
President Kaminsky.
Aye.
Vice President Kelly.
Aye.
Clerk Wood.
Aye.
Trustee Cooper.
Aye.
Trustee Christensen.
Aye.
Trustee Napier absent. Trustee Sweeney. Aye. Thank you.
Motion carries 6-0. Number 14, approval of job description for high school vice principal athletics. Superintendent Bell, did you want to make any comments on this? Address a public comment concern?
Main thing is just a transition from the part-time status existing for that particular role to be able to an administrative role that allows an individual the authority and the ability to take action should they need to during athletic events and not tying up multiple administrators at these events. So looking forward to that new position for next school year.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from the board? Is there a motion the board approve the job description for high school vice principal athletics as presented?
Kelly makes the motion.
Second.
It was motioned by Vice President Kelly, seconded by Trustee Cooper. The board approved the job description for high school vice principal hyphen athletics. Roll call vote, Ms. Barnes?
President Kaminsky,
Aye.
Vice President Kelly,
Aye.
Clerk Wood,
Aye.
Trustee Cooper,
Aye.
Trustee Christensen,
Aye.
Trustee Napier absent, Trustee Sweeney.
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries 6-0. Item 15, approval of declaration of need for fully qualified educators for the 2026-2027 school year. Again, this is something it's an annual vote. Any questions or comments from the board? Is there a motion for the board to approve the declaration of need for fully qualified educators for the 2026-2027 school year?
Kelly,
I'll make the motion.
Kelly, a second.
It was motioned by Clerk Wood, seconded by Vice President Kelly. The board approved the declaration of need for fully qualified educators for the 2026-2027 school year. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Now, the next item, this is the third time it's come up. I don't know if that's 3 meetings in a row.
3 in a row.
Okay. So we took a vote on the Delegate Assembly Election Committee. And there was a candidate not on the ballot. And we had already voted for someone. So it came back last month, and we had a vote again with the third candidate joining the original 2. Then it comes back to us tonight because there was a tie, and we need to vote to break the tie. And hopefully, oops. So my thing does not want to go down. There we go. So there are 2 candidates and these are the 2 obviously tied. Chris Cruz Boone from Bakersfield City School District and Maria Ramos from Arvin Unified School District. Now, we approved Chris Cruz Boone in our other 2 votes. Do trustees wish to keep that the same?
I suggest we keep it the same.
Anybody else want to make a comment? Okay. So do I have a motion to our board, our vote go to Chris Cruz Boone to be on the CSBA 2026 Delegate Assembly?
Kelly would make the motion.
A second.
It was motion by Vice President Kelly and seconded by Trustee Christensen. The board approve Chris Cruz Boone for the CSBA 2026 Delegate Assembly runoff. Roll call vote, Ms. Barnes?
President Kaminsky,
Aye.
Vice President Kelly,
Aye.
Clerk Wood,
Aye.
Trustee Cooper,
Aye.
Trustee Christensen,
Aye.
Trustee Napier absent, Trustee Sweeney. Aye. Thank you.
Motion carries 6-0. Item 9, future items. Does any trustee wish to mention anything for a future board meeting besides those 2 consent agenda items? Or anything else they need, like the staff to research or look up? Seeing none. Item 10, public comments for closed session. Public comments for closed session must address the items that are on the closed session agenda, with number one's removal. We have number two, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, significant exposure to litigation pursuant to paragraph 2 of subdivision D of Government Code 54956.9, one potential case. And number three, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D1, one case, OAH case number 202507068. And with that, it is 6:21, and we are adjourned to closed session. It's 7:28. We are returning from closed session. Item 13, report of action taken in closed session. On item number 2, there's nothing to report. On number 3, in the matter of conference with legal counsel, existing litigation pursuant to Government Code 54956.9D1, one case, OAH case number 20250700698. The board approved a settlement agreement with student to resolve issues related to students' educational program. The agreement provides for an assessment by the district, compensatory services, and associated legal fees. The item passed with a 6-0 vote. Roll call vote, please, Ms. Barnes.
President Kaminsky,
Aye.
Vice President Kelly,
Aye.
Clerk Wood,
Aye.
Trustee Cooper,
Aye.
Trustee Christensen,
Aye.
Trustee Napier absent, Trustee Sweeney.
Aye.
Thank you.
Again, motion carries 6-0. It's 7:29 and we are adjourned.